Hello, everybody. Here's John from MUSICSTORE TV, and I'm here with Nico from Boss.
Hi.
Nice having you. And we're thrilled to announce the new Boss Katana Go, the new personal headphone amp from Boss. So, Nico, tell me, what is the Katana Go exactly, and some difference between other headphone amp, and especially, we got it in the back, the other Boss Katana amps?
Yeah. So Katana Go is a more compact mobile solution for the modern musician. We know Katana amps because they offer a lot of flexibility when you want to craft your tone, if you want to rehearse with different variations and effects. But if you want to play at home, or if you want to play in a hotel room or rehearsing, you want something that's not as loud and it's more personal. So this is where the personal headphone amp solution are popular nowadays. So this is our take on the personal solution because you just plug your headphones and you can play wherever you are with your guitar and your bass, because it's also compatible with the bass.
All right, let's deep dive into the controls, just the overview of the headphone amp.
So on the first side, you've got three bank with clean, crunch, and high gain tones. And there's also the same for the bass, because there's guitar and bass modes. So you can leaf through the different presets and play them on your go. On the other side, you've got Bluetooth, stage feel, which we're going to talk about later.
Yes.
And your volume knob, which is very straightforward to use. There's also a built-in tuner, which is something that's missing on most of the other competitor products. So right away you can check your tuning as you want to play with.
You just activate the tuner by one pushing the knob.
You press the button,
All right.
And right away you can see if you're in tune for each of your strings.
Perfect. All right, you mentioned 30 presets, each of one, like 10. You got 10A, 10B, and
Exactly.
10C. You can customize it also with an app. Let's talk about the app.
There's the Katana Go editor. So it's free on Android and iOS devices. So it allows you to build your sound. So you can select, just like a Katana, your variation. So different amp, different EQ shaping, and then you can select your effects. So it could be boost, it could be modulation, so flanger, chorus, phaser, whatever you feel like. There's also different kinds of delays and reverbs. Add to that, there's a couple of EQs, contour, solo, and some noise suppression. So if you've got single calls, that comes in handy, of course. So you can pretty much build your sound in depth and save your setting, and then save it into your Katana Go.
Customize, like you want some longer delay, it's all available if you use the app, and then you can customize your own sounds. You got 30 sounds
out of the box.
Out of the box,
Yep.
And then you can deep dive in all the sounds, or you can customize and choose an amp or choose all the pedals. That's nice. You mentioned Bluetooth.
Yep. Absolutely.
Let's talk about this. You can connect it with your mobile phone?
Yes, this is meant to be connected to any mobile devices. So if you want to stream music, let's say from your mobile device because your bandmate sent you a demo, or you want to play from Spotify, Apple Music, whatever streaming platform you use, you can use your phone, connect to the Katana Go, and then you can play over or use YouTube to play through a tutorial, a cover, whatever you want. So it's very easy in that matter.
So if you need to rehearse before a gig, you can sit back in 2 bars and then
absolutely
play along and nobody gets annoyed. Or if you're late night session, we all know sometimes inspiration hits at 2 o'clock in the night, and then
if you play at home and everyone is sleeping, or if you're in the tour bus and there's noise around you, you want to be isolated for you to be able to rehearse the solo before the gig. This is meant to be very enjoyable that way.
If you got presets on these amps, and you're an owner of a Boss Katana 50 or 100.
Yeah, very important. The good thing is you can import the patches that you built on Katana Artist or Katana 50, Katana 100 into your Katana Go.
So you don't lose all your customized presets. You can put
exactly
right
the
in the
same
box.
sound, exactly the same tone, effects, and EQ shaping. Even the name is the same, so it's very easy to use. So It's very easy because if you create your patches, especially for a touring musician, and you've got your intro, your rhythm, your chorus, your verse, even your solo, you can find them easily and use them on your go.
Imported, ready to go.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic. So you mentioned you got so many effects, like total of 70 effects?
More than 70 actually.
More than 70 effects, and you can...
The last time I counted it was over 75, but...
So you got everything in the pocket,
Yeah.
and just open your Boss editor and then ready to go.
Exactly.
Perfect. And how do you record with the Boss Katana Go? If you're like, this part is nice, but I want to record it. Is it possible?
Yeah, good question. Yes, it is. We've got USB-C connection on the back. So there's a USB cable provided with the Katana Go. So when you connect to your computer or your mobile, because it's also possible to connect to a mobile which is compatible with the proper adapter. I'm thinking about iOS devices especially. You can record into your DAW. So this means that if you rehearse, you build your tone, and you're happy with it, and you're like, okay, I'm ready to create a demo, you can plug into your computer. It's going to be recognized as a sound interface into your DAW, and then away you go with your recording with the same pristine 32-bit ADDA.
Everything you need as a musician,
Absolutely.
as a touring guy. It's fantastic. Let's talk about the session player.
Yes, it's an important bit. The session player is one tab into the editor that allows you to load a, let's say, a music video. Imagine your favorite band released the music and you want to practice over it.
Yeah, you just copy the link into the app and then...
Exactly, you copy the URL, you load the music, which is now your session, and you are able to create new markers for every change of tone. Look, so imagine between the verse and the chorus, or the chorus and the bridge, and so on. You can put a marker that's going to change your patch automatically, so without touching anything on the Katana Go.
Yeah.
So this makes it easy. And if you think about teachers and their students, sometimes students, that just want to learn guitar, they are not really guitar tech. They don't want to, deep dive into what an EQ does, what a phaser should be set like. So they send the session to their student, and right away they have the session with the markers with the appropriate tone.
And
so they don't have to do anything.
Ready to go to practice all the stuff.
Exactly.
So the Katana Go is perfect for teachers, for professional session players, students, or people just who wants to play some stuff. So not only students can download this from the teacher, for example, can upload it to the web
Yes.
and to the global exchange of the Boss community.
Yes, it's called Boss Tone Exchange, BTX in short. So BTX is a community online where you can upload your patches, and it's already available for Katana amps, bass Katana amps as well, and all the other products we have in the range. But basically, if you like a Katana tone, you can download it, and then you'll be able to load into your Katana Go to play it.
So let's talk about the stage field and the different modes that come along with the device.
Yes, so on the side you've got a little stage field button that allows you to change the ambience that you play with. Because as I mentioned earlier, we've got other products in the range such as the Waza Air, that was the first to introduce that feature. And it creates a virtual room which puts the amp inside. So it feels like you're playing in the room with the amp. It's not like feeling like you're playing with the speaker right side of your head. It's more comfortable in that way because you can dial the ambience level and also the ambience type. So there's two modes. There's stage, which is a pretty long reverb, and there's ambient studio, which is a shorter one. So there's three modes, the mode 1 and mode 2, which are totally automatic, and there's the custom mode, allowing you to dial the type and level of reverb ambience you want, and also position your guitar tone in relation to the audio differently. So you could be having the amp in front of you and the audio behind you.
So it feels like you're playing, for example, with the band and not like the band is on the back, and your
Exactly.
guitar's always right here or
This is the reason. If you want to reproduce a performance situation, usually the sound comes from behind with all the band members, and you can also set your guitar tone coming slightly from the side, just like you would do on a stage. But you could also place your sound right in front of you if it's more comfortable. So it's really up to you, because in the app you can dial exactly where you want to position everything.
So you can deep dive in not only just effects and the signal chain, also the stage mode, stage feel.
Exactly.
But
and if you want to, just to finish on that, if you want to use that, close the app, you don't need the phone anymore. The custom mode is going to use the same last setting you did. So if you leave through the free modes, mode 1, mode 2 and custom, it's just up to you to use them. You can also deactivate the stage fill if you want to.
That's what I like to talk about. The device covers so many things with the knob.
Yep.
The app comes just if there's a need to like really deep dive into the effects, but this thing alone is like a standalone.
Yeah, that's
covered everything totally fine.
That is the reason, because the frustration is real for some people who are not really tech savvy, and they just don't want to open an editor. It's a little overwhelming for them.
Yeah.
So the beauty of the Katana Go is you've got all the controls right away. You can select your patches. You can activate the tuner. You can activate the Bluetooth if you want to connect to a wireless foot switch like FS1WL, and you can just dial the level of your playing experience. So it's very easy to use out of the box with the 30 patches. So no need for the editor out of the box. But if you are the type of user who wants to edit your tone, save it, and create your own library of presets, then the editor helps to do that.
All your customized presets you can save with the app, just like clicking, and then you give it a name, and then
you rename them, and you select the
save
slot.
It as 2B or something.
Exactly.
You select a slot, and then you're ready to go.
And the name is going to show on the screen anyway, so it's very easy to see what you're playing with.
So you don't have to read a phono page manual to understand the Boss Katana Go. It's right out of the box.
Yep.
It's easy to understand. Fantastic. You mentioned a foot switch.
Yes, FS1WL and FV1WL, which are optional. So these are wireless foot switches, so 3 foot switch or expression pedal. And you can actually use them to switch your different bank and patches, or to activate the tuner, for instance. For the expression, it could be used as a volume pedal, and as you activate it, it could be a wah or a pedal bend to change your octave playing.
That's some Tom Morello stuff with the whammy.
Exactly.
You can do basically you can do everything with the Boss Katana Go.
Yeah.
So to round it up, for who is it for?
The Katana Go is for new customers who want to have the Katana experience at a very affordable budget and in a very mobile solution as well. But it's also good for existing customers, because as I mentioned earlier, since it's compatible with all the patches you've built on Katana Bass and Katana Artist 150, you can actually use them on the go with the same sound. So I think it's a good complement. If you already have an amp and you can't bring it with you for various reasons, this could be a very good additional tool to play with.
Fits in your pocket right out of the box.
Exactly.
And straight. You don't have to carry your amp or whatsoever.
No, and something that's important is there's going to be an optional little carry bag for the Katana Go. This is a good option for someone who's always on the road, to protect your Katana Go and have it ready whenever you want to play.
So thank you, Nico, for everything.
Thank you.
And then link is in the description. You can buy it on our website or visit us here in the store. And I think we covered everything up.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.